Welcome to Stark Conversations. Most people want to change. They want to lose weight, build confidence, start that business, or leave a toxic relationship. But they don't. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't have the right tools. They know what they need to do, but something invisible holds them back. And that something is how their brain is wired. The truth is, change isn't just about effort, it's about overcoming deep internal resistance. If you've ever struggled to make a change that you know is good for you, this episode is for you. Today, we're breaking down why most people stay stuck in the same patterns, the hidden psychology of resistance, and the momentum shift model, how to break through when nothing seems to be working. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to get unstuck and start moving forward, for real this time. Most people think that to change, they just need more willpower. But willpower is a limited resource. It's like a phone battery that drains every time you make a decision. The real reason most people stay stuck, their brain is wired for comfort, not change. Here's what happens. The brain craves predictability. Even if your habits are unhealthy, they're familiar. The more you repeat a pattern, the more your brain reinforces it. Breaking that pattern triggers resistance because your brain sees change as a threat. This is why people fall back into old habits, toxic relationships, or procrastination. Your brain isn't working against you, it's just running the program it knows best. So if willpower isn't the answer, what is? That's where the momentum shift model comes in. There are three key shifts that make change actually stick. Shift number one, identity before action. Most people try to change their behavior first, but real transformation starts with identity. Example, instead of saying, I want to go to the gym, say, I want to work out. I'm someone who prioritizes my health. Instead of saying, I need to start my business, say, I want to be an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur. This is what I do. Your brain always fights to stay consistent with who you believe you are. Change your identity, and your actions will follow. Shift number two, change the environment, not just the habit. Your surroundings are stronger than your willpower. If you keep trying to change inside the same environment that reinforces your old habits, you'll struggle. Want to eat healthier? Get rid of the junk food in your house. Want to write more? Create a workspace that makes it effortless. Want to wake up earlier? Put your alarm across the room. Make success the default, not the struggle. Shift number three, make it too small to fail. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week and underestimate what they can do in a year. The secret? Start small, but be consistent. Example, don't say, I'll read for 1 hour a day. Instead, say, I'll read 1 page a day. I'll run 5 miles every morning is wrong. I'll put on my running shoes and step outside is right. When you make a habit too small to fail, it removes resistance. Momentum is more important than speed. Once you start moving, it's easier to keep going. Here's what you need to remember. Most people don't struggle with change. They struggle with getting started. Your brain resists change because it craves familiarity. Change your identity first, actions will follow. Control your environment. Don't rely on willpower. Start so small you can't fail. The moment you shift these three things, you start to build unstoppable momentum. So here's my challenge for you. Think about one area in your life where you've struggled to change. Then ask yourself, what's the smallest possible action I can take today? Drop a comment below. What's the habit or mindset shift you're committing to? And if you want to go deeper into this, check out this month's issue of The Stark Perspective, where I break this down with real world examples. Next week, we're talking about how to make smarter, faster decisions without overthinking. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, before we wrap up, I've got a curiosity card question that fits perfectly with today's topic. How do you know when it's time to push harder and when it's time to pivot? This is one of the hardest questions in life. Because sometimes persistence is the key to success. Other times, Persistence keeps you stuck in something that no longer serves you. So, how do you know which one applies to you? Here's the rule I use: if the process is hard, but the goal still excites you, keep going. If the process is draining and the goal no longer feels right, it's time to pivot. Example: let's say you've been working hard to improve a relationship, whether with a partner, a friend, or even a family member. If you still see the possibility of something meaningful and the connection is still worth fighting for, keep going. But if you realize you're the only one making the effort and the relationship is taking more than it's giving, it might be time to pivot. Because growth doesn't always mean pushing harder. Sometimes it means letting go. And that's the hardest kind of change. Ask yourself, am I tired because this is hard? Or am I tired because I'm forcing something that no longer fits who I'm becoming? Drop your answer below. What's one thing you're sticking with and one thing you might be ready to pivot from? Let me leave you with a story about one of the most fascinating plants in the world, the Chinese bamboo tree. When a Chinese bamboo seed is planted, nothing happens for the first year. Nothing in the second year. Nothing in the third year. Nothing in the fourth year. For 4 long years, you see absolutely no growth above the ground. But in the 5th year, something incredible happens. In just 6 weeks, the bamboo tree shoots up 80 feet. The question is, did it really grow in 6 weeks? Or did all the real growth happen underground for the 4 years before that? Because beneath the surface, the bamboo was developing a deep, complex root system, a foundation strong enough to support its rapid growth. If the farmer had given up in year 3, the tree would have never grown. That's exactly how change works in real life. Most people give up because they don't see instant results. But just because you don't see progress doesn't mean it's not happening. The person who keeps working, refining, and showing up is the one who one day seems to explode with success. But in reality, it wasn't overnight. It was years of unseen growth. The work you put in today is not wasted. It's laying the foundation for something that will rise faster than you can imagine. So don't stop just because you don't see the results yet. The breakthrough always comes after the patience. Most people struggle with change because they quit in the underground phase. So here's my challenge for you. Think about one thing in your life that you've been working toward but feel like you're seeing no results. Now reframe it. Instead of thinking, nothing is happening, tell yourself, I'm building my root system. Drop a comment below. What's the bamboo tree you're working on in your life? And if you want to go deeper into this, check out this month's issue of the Start Perspective, where I break this down with real-world examples. Next week, we're talking about how to make smarter, faster decisions without overthinking. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.